What makes someone truly dangerous? Is it their power to kill? Their ability to manipulate, or the scale of destruction they unleash? The most terrifying monsters often look just like us, hiding in plain sight. Throughout history, some individuals have shattered all moral boundaries, leaving devastation in their wake. Today we count down the top 5 most dangerous criminals of all time. Figures who twisted love, power, and ideology into instruments of terror. This is a journey into the heart of darkness. Stay to the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the dark side of history. Our list begins with a man who killed not with his own hands, but through the minds of others. Charles Manson, a failed musician, became a cult leader by preying on lost youth in the late 1960s. He offered them belonging, demanded devotion, and twisted their search for meaning into a weapon. Manson's philosophy was a chaotic mix of Beatles lyrics, biblical prophecy, and paranoia. He convinced his followers that a race war, helter-skelter, was coming, and that murder would ignite it. In August 1969, his followers brutally murdered 7 people, including actress Sharon Tate, under his orders. The crime scenes were designed to shock and terrorize, with messages scrawled in blood. Manson's true horror was his psychological control. He turned ordinary people into killers. Even after conviction, he remained unrepentant, claiming to reflect society's own violence. The Manson family murders ended the peace and love idealism of the 60s, revealing how easily belief can be weaponized. Manson proved the most dangerous weapon is a voice that convinces others murder is love. His legacy is a chilling reminder of charisma divorced from morality. Charles Manson never wielded the knife, but his influence was the murder weapon. He remains one of the most chilling criminals of the 20th century. If Manson manipulated from the shadows, Ted Bundy was the monster hiding in plain sight. Bundy was handsome, intelligent, and charming, traits that masked his predatory nature. He lured young women with feigned vulnerability, exploiting social trust to trap his victims. Bundy's crimes spanned multiple states in the 1970s, leaving a trail of terror and confusion. His ability to blend in and change his appearance made him a ghost authorities struggled to catch. Even after capture, Bundy escaped custody twice, becoming a national sensation. His final rampage at Florida State University was a brutal climax to his spree. Bundy represented himself at trial, charming the jury but ultimately convicted by damning evidence. He confessed to over 30 murders, though the true number remains unknown. Bundy blamed his actions on outside influences, but the truth was simpler. He killed because he wanted to. He shattered the stereotype of the outcast killer, teaching us that evil can wear a friendly face. Bundy's legacy is a chilling lesson. The person you trust most could be the one you should fear. He changed our understanding of serial killers forever. Evil doesn't always announce itself, sometimes it offers a helping hand. Ted Bundy remains a terrifying study in the duality of human nature. From individual killers, we escalate to a man whose criminality operated on a national scale. Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine, led the Medellin cartel and brought Colombia to its knees in the 1980s. His philosophy was simple: silver or lead, take the bribe or take the bullet. Escobar revolutionized the drug trade, flooding the world with cocaine and amassing billions. His empire was protected by an army of hitmen and fueled by unprecedented violence. Escobar waged war against the Colombian state, using car bombs, assassinations, and terror to maintain power. He cultivated a Robin Hood image, building housing and schools for the poor, earning their loyalty. This duality made him both untouchable and adored in the slums. Even in prison, Escobar ran his empire from a luxurious, self-designed facility. His reign ended in 1993, killed in a rooftop shootout after a massive manhunt. Escobar blurred the lines between gangster, politician, and folk hero. He held a nation hostage, proving that with enough ruthlessness, one man can challenge a state. His legacy is a tapestry of bloodshed and charity, a monster to some, a saint to others. Escobar's danger lay in the scale of his power and the loyalty he inspired. Now, we move to a man who became the state itself, turning government into an instrument of mass murder. Joseph Stalin ruled the Soviet Union with absolute power for nearly 3 decades. His danger was systematic. He orchestrated famine, purges, and terror on an unimaginable scale. Stalin's policies of forced collectivization and industrialization killed millions, especially during the Holodomor famine. His paranoia fueled the Great Purge, where millions were executed or sent to the Gulag. The Gulag system was a death sentence for countless innocents, powering his industrial ambitions with forced labor. Stalin institutionalized murder, making terror a bureaucratic process with quotas for arrests and executions. He controlled every aspect of life, cultivating a cult of personality while erasing enemies from history. Estimates of deaths under his rule range from 20 to 60 million. Stalin's crimes were committed not in secret, but through the machinery of the state. He demonstrated that the most dangerous criminal is one with absolute power and no accountability. His legacy is one of fear, silence, and immeasurable loss. Stalin transformed revolutionary ideals into a totalitarian nightmare. He is a chilling reminder of the banality of evil, atrocities committed with bureaucratic efficiency. Stalin's reign remains a warning of what happens when power is unchecked. At the apex of our list is Adolf Hitler, whose name is synonymous with evil. Hitler's crimes were so monstrous they required a new word: genocide. He rose from obscurity to absolute power in Germany, exploiting national grievances and wielding rhetoric as a weapon. Hitler dismantled democracy, built a totalitarian state, and launched World War II, causing over 70 million deaths. His vision extended beyond conquest. He sought to reshape the world through a twisted racial ideology. The Holocaust was his most horrific crime, the industrialized genocide of 6 million Jews and millions of others. The Nazi death machine targeted entire populations, aiming to erase them from existence. Hitler combined state terror with fanatical ideology, inspiring devotion and unleashing annihilation. His regime's efficiency in murder remains unparalleled in history. Hitler's devastation left continents in ruins and a permanent scar on humanity. He represents the catastrophic failure of civilization and the dangers of unchecked power. His final act, suicide in a Berlin bunker, was a coward's escape from justice, but not from history. Hitler's name endures as a warning of the darkness that can arise when hate is given power. He is the ultimate cautionary tale of where fanaticism and dehumanization can lead. The world must never forget the lessons of his reign. Manson, Bundy, Escobar, Stalin, and Hitler, each a different face of evil, each a warning. Their stories reveal the many forms danger can take: manipulation, hidden monstrosity, narco-terror, and state-sponsored genocide. The common thread is a disregard for human life in pursuit of power and ideology. We study these dark chapters not to glorify, but to understand and remember. The shadows of the past are long, it's our duty to learn from them. For more chilling stories from history, subscribe and stay safe.